What's up, YouTube? My name is Chad. I am a funded futures trader from Nashville, Tennessee, and I wanted to take a moment to introduce you to myself and welcome you to the channel. If you're new to the channel, you're probably wondering who I am, what I do, and why you should watch. First of all, if you don't watch, that's totally fine. But I do want to take a moment to introduce myself to you, explain how I got here, and tell you a little bit about my strategy. So, like I said, my name is Chad, and in September of 2023, I lost my job as an executive at a tech company. I had been there for 2.5 years, and the rug got pulled out from under me. I have a wife, a toddler, 2 dogs, and a mortgage. So I needed to figure something out. But fortunately, I was able to take a few months off to reflect and decide what I wanted to do next. During that time, I started trading futures. I had traded stocks and options before, but futures was new to me. So in the beginning, it was a little bit challenging. I spent hours studying and learning futures and figuring out how to become a profitable trader. By the end of last year, I was able to become funded with 2 different prop firms. I'm still funded with those same 2 prop firms, and I trade on those accounts every day between 8:45 and 10:30 Central Time. I'm going to talk about my strategy and explain what I look for. So without further ado, let's dive into the charts. Today is Saturday, so the charts aren't moving, but we can still look at the charts and I can show you how I trade. All right, here we have my TradingView chart. I use TradingView for charting and I use Trade-A-Vate for trading. Within TradingView, there are a few indicators that I use, so I'm going to talk about those today as well. The first thing you need to know about my strategy is that for the most part, I am a supply and demand trader. There are a few other trade setups I'll look for, and I utilize some ICT concepts in my trading, but like I said, I am mostly a supply and demand trader. I have a bearish bias, so I almost always take short positions. This past Friday, that burned me. If you watched my stream, I did not trade well. It was a momentum day to the upside, and I kept trying to enter shorts and getting burned out. All right, so if you're looking at my TradingView chart here, you can see I have these red bars and these green bars. What these are is supply and demand zones, or order blocks. So basically, I'm looking for short entries in supply zones here, and I'd be looking for long entries in demand zones. Think about it like this. When there is an excess of supply, price usually goes down. When there is an excess of demand, price usually goes up. Therefore, you have areas you could look to sell and areas you could look to buy. That's the easiest way to explain this. I talk about it more on my stream, but that's really what I'm looking at when I trade. The other thing you need to know about me is that I never trade the first 30 minutes of the market, especially in the Nasdaq. It is a very whippy and volatile market, and the first 30 minutes can be really difficult to trade. So I wait for the first 30 minutes, and I chart my opening range low and opening range high. So here we have, on Friday, we had our opening range low right here at 8:30 Central Time. We hit 18,093.75. So 18,093 and 3/4. Then at 9 o'clock, we hit our opening range high up here at 18,176 and 1/4. Now that we've charted our opening range high, I'm looking for opening range breakouts if we're going to have a breakout or breakdown day, or I'm trying to decide and figure out if we are going to be in a range-bound day. If you want to learn more about how I trade range-bound days or directional days, tune into my stream and I'll do my best to explain it while I'm trading. So a couple of things I really love about QuantView is they also have their Moneyball indicator down here. So their Moneyball indicator really indicates momentum in that moment in time. So you can see this bright blue line shows momentum to the upside. In other words, the buyers are in control in this window here. The dark blue shows seller control. So basically the sellers are starting to take over in this area here. Their Moneyball indicators, being green and red, are indicators that show essentially when QuantView is seeing that we might be in a period of reversal when you might want to enter for a long or a short. It's not always accurate, as you can see here. This is the overnight, which is the hardest time to see it. But if you were to, for example, take a long right here, you would have taken no heat and you would have been up for the entire rest of the day. Essentially, what I just described is my strategy. I look for short entries in areas of supply, and I look for long entries in areas of demand. That's an extreme summary of my trading style, but if you want to learn more about how I trade, come join me Monday through Friday from 8:45 a.m. Central Time to 10:30 Central Time. I'd love to have you there. Hop in the chat. Let's have a good time.